There are a few rooms that were unlocked that we need to check out, including the second floor dorms. Here's anti-gravity era's hereditary. Pretty much. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Yeah, that kind of just makes it a false choice. Well, not a whole lot of rooms we can actually go into. I'm still glad I picked the correct ending first. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Wonder how Toko died? Well, technically there were no more murders, so it must have been through something natural. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. I'm assuming my thorough investigation is not actually going to permit me to... Yeah. Worst investigator. Huh, alright, nothing at all in here. The hell? There's a giraffe in a locker. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Well, that's a quitter's attitude. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Same deal. That's a lot of lockers to check. Well, might as well hit them all. Okay, we got a locked one with a card reader. Pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open these up, so does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then? No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Quite surprising is how Togami was holding a picture of Toko that was a prized relic. Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how happy he must be that she's dead? I wonder if I can open this locker. Card reader again. Doesn't make me wonder if we'll find any other handbooks. Same again. Oh god, yeah, Toko dying was probably the happiest day of his life stuck in here. I'm surprised I can't actually take a look at whatever that is. Christ, I will never understand how people are dumb enough to keep doing that. Looks like they have one nice room up here. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko?
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I really shouldn't bother her. There's a PC on the desk. Must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair?
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
Yeah. I think Covey and Sazena sums it up pretty well. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands
Correct.
on. It's a good outlook to have. Okay, so a bunch of bald shadows. Gotcha. Okay, what else is behind her there? The tragedy is the supermarket running out of microwave burritos. Leather chair. Can't imagine a student using something like this. Must have been the headmaster's. Desk is home to a computer. Must have belonged to the headmaster. Oh, no shit. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something? Hidden room?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? To figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
I don't have a clue what the password might be. Betting it's her name. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. I can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all this paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. Maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Yep. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. If that's not it, I might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. Hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. It's because I'm psychic. That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
That is not the face of a happy camper. Kyoko? Looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Well, in we go. Do I have ESP? No, obvious writing is obvious. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze is fixed on only one thing. I'm assuming that's a photo of her back there with him. Or a present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Oh, that's not even speculation, Adrian. That was confirmed already. Hey, Zero, how you doing? Well, I might as well take a look at the brightly colored box here. Seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Hey, Akatsushi, how you been? Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? What's in the box? Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. I'm still having a, what the hell was it called? 7? Yeah, I think it was just called 7. What's in the box moment. The light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Well, I was warned. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. I was in the box. These bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Yeah, I suspect... if you guys remember the very, very initial scene the game showed with the rocket, I'm pretty sure those are the bones from the rocket, and that was the headmaster. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Happy birthday, here's your daddy. I was in the box. It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? The very first execution. Oh, snap. I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not what I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? Since she really didn't like her dad, it really might be a dick in the box. Oh, snap. Same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how do you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Thus implying, yeah, that he was dead. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. Plenty of chances when? She only just got into the room now. Now Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. Was that all there was to it? Oh good lord. Welcome Raiders, but for the love of God, please do not spam my channel. Oh my god. Well, welcome Monstar, Brian MP, Tactical Pinup. That is a very spam-malicious raid, though, I gotta say. How are you all doing today? And thank you for the host, Tactical Pinup. Actually, let me thank you properly for that. It is very colorful, though. I gotta give it that. Cheers and thank you for the host. How is the day treating you? Hey, Kupo, how are you as well? Hey, Proc Renter, welcome. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. Monstar, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Radio Zero. And thank you for the host, Techno. Much appreciated. Did you miss Wet Quills? Oh, what were you streaming today, Tactical? Would she really give up her pride just for that? Couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Oh, good God. Oh, Magpie hosting as well. Thank you very much for the host, Magpie. Cheers. Hey, Elkakenix, how are you doing? Oh, Vainglory, nice. I've caught you streaming that a few times. I'm usually on Lurk, though. The ending? No. You did miss, Dead Daddy in a Box, though. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Yeah, Kuho, by the way, as far as spoilers go, if anyone is unfamiliar with Danganronpa and has any interest in ever playing it themselves, we are in the final chapter of the game.
why would you?
Oh, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... I'll thank you for the host, Monstar. Cheers! To now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. There's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. And for anyone who needs some context for the game that's going on right now, 16 students were locked in a school and basically told the only way anyone gets out is if they start killing each other. It's not that one person has to survive, it's simply that one person has to successfully murder someone and get away with it. So far, no one's gotten away with it. We're down to 7 people from 16. Have a good one, Magpie. I must have really cared about her.
Why?
I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. We're currently gathering evidence for the final trial, which at this point involves a body we can't even identify correctly. It got a little bit exploded and cooked. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. Let's poke around. Yeah, I don't think you actually have to refresh. Turns out pausing and resuming like Not a Spy said works. I always habitually refresh anyways. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. All I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. The headmaster's desk. He's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. You sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Yeah, we're still not willing to go into the girls' bathroom. Okay, then if you don't mind. Poke, poke, poke. What do we got? Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, "In case of emergency." I guess we know how we're getting in all those lockers now. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. Oof, CTC, I actually had something similar happen. I don't remember what I was playing at the time, but basically all touch controls went completely wacko. Actually, I think it might have been CG. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Yep, the master ebook. Going to the girls' restroom will likely get you ventilated. Well, I don't think there were machine guns outside this one. Why don't you hold on to it? Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? This makes Makoto, you, the master of unlocking things.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey,
Could you leave? Uh-huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But... maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some more time to myself. Okay, I understand. Yes, Makoto is Jill. Well, to be fair, he screams like a woman. Who was Chris? Oh, Chris was Mondo. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. But Sakura died and Chris can't die. I think Chris has to be Mondo. I can't think of anyone else who would punch a boulder. I find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. He killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father, killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. We were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah, same thing as before. They really like their flashbacks in this this last little bit of the game, huh? 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. I'm not convinced. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. I'm continuing to deny it. Until they present me with valid proof otherwise, that friggin' corpse had fake fingernails and was wearing Junko's goddamn boots, which tells me that it's not the ultimate soldier. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. And there's no question. I disagree! Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. That said, there are a couple of things bothering me. One, I really think that body is not actually who we think it is. The fake nails and the boots are bothering me. The fact that they've never been brought up troubles me even more. Steel-toed high-heel boots? Dude, those are literally Junko's boots. Hey, Dalton. Alright, I think we checked everything in here. It's not random, no. Which is why the mods have been so on point for spoilers. Alright, so which locker has the giraffe? Alright, we should be able to open it now with the new card reader. There we go. What about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Good lord. Kinda looks like, I'd expect this to be Hiro's locker. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker, it's just not possible. Yep. That's the same. It's also possible that our stuff was confiscated and put up here. Not entirely sure. Oh, there's something else that's bothered me. It's never been brought up. It does make me wonder, though. So, the mask that was being worn by the person who tried to knife me when we were sleeping. On its forehead, there was the, kind of the Monokuma eye, right? That eye is present on one other person's piece of clothing. I've only noticed it on one other person's piece of clothing. And that really bothers me. How many sets of clothes are in this place? Well, there is actually a laundry room, and I have found people in there from time to time, so I'm assuming people are cleaning their stuff. But we probably have several sets of the same clothes that we're just cycling. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Try to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure, right there. There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contains a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. thus lending credence to the theory that we have actually been here for a lot longer than we thought we'd been here. I'm pretty sure we arrived here well over a year ago. At least a year, since a year is when Hope Street was shut down. I would assume, however, that something was done to us. All our memories were tampered with, since no one seemed to remember anyone else. He attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hero came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. Yeah, a long time ago. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Looks like there's still something else to check. Whose clothing? Aoi Asahina. It's on her shorts, if I recall. I haven't noticed it on anyone else's clothing. If you think about it, the fact that she jumps to conclusions with pretty much every trial. Doesn't matter if she gets everyone executed, because odds are, if she were the mastermind, she wouldn't get executed herself anyways. No, I don't think that's the case, Bowman. I don't think this is a matter of reliving. There's information from clearly well before we were ever here. No, the tarot cards. Wait, are those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Yeah, not even a little. I wonder if there are lockers for... Okay, I was kind of wondering if there were lockers for just the people who remained. What if it was a school logo? Possible. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... Let's see what we've got inside. I think it's practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? Slipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Yeah, I figured meticulous writing had to be her. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation of a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfless decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. If this belongs to Kyoko, what's it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left her when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. Hey, to be fair, in Mondo's defense, he wasn't just a biker. He was the ultimate biker gang leader, which meant he had the capacity to lead large numbers of generally violent and rowdy people. That's a skill. That is a skill. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. There's a second despair. What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us and so we survive. There's a second despair. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? No, Byakuya is smart. He's only going to lead people who are worms. A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. A pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. See, I would much... Laptop I Spy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Radio Zero. I am much more inclined to follow someone like Mondo, because Mondo actually cared a lot. Byakuya doesn't really give a fuck about anyone. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. Byakuya, true, Byakuya does delegate everything. Well, he can delegate it to Mondo then. Mondo for VP. Alright, so what do we got in this one? Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. And nothing here either. I'm gonna assume that one won't open. Yeah, none of those are gonna open. Well, guess that's all we're getting out of here. At least this gives more credence to my theory that we'd actually been here for a while. Alright, well, next place we should probably head then. Let's see. I know we've got the biolab. Actually, I know where I want to go. I want to hit the data center in the headmaster's office. Speculate that the player character's role is to be approachable and humanize the group to others. Possibly. I really think the reason he is the ultimate lucky student, though, is that basically, given the shit that was going to be happening, we really are incredibly lucky. We were the only person randomly chosen, essentially, to be saved. Except, you know, everything went to shit.
Hey, Makoto!
Are you here to look around, too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah!
So I figured, all the doors in school had been unlocked. That one should be open too, right?
But...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
It might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So you open it. Sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Incidentally, for people who are curious about what I said earlier, if I recall, it's right there. That mark is actually the eye. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Well, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Ian raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Wow. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Oh, this place is totally sci-fi. Okay, yes, thank you very much for the host. How are you doing today? Cheers. Yeah. Makoto's the bomb squad. Miss anything major? A few things, yeah. We found the headmaster in a box. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. was a lot less to interact with than I would have expected.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a second.
this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Much sci-fi, no kidding, right? There's some kind of hatch on the floor. Right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What is this device? It's like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Kinda looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit? I'm guessing it gives you a nice heads-up view on Monokuma. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. It was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The one that says data center. Data center? I'm guessing this is how he pops up in the individual rooms. I took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there's one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center... It's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Thanks, Hina. So, where's the Monokuma? I just hear what I think I heard. Is that Monokuma? Hey! Nice, Hina. Give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina?
What?
Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? Is it worth picking up the Sky Triple Play collection? Comes with none of the DLC of the Vita stuff. I've never actually played any of the Vita versions myself, Stormcrow. The core games that were available on PS3 and on PS3 were absolutely fantastic, even without that. So I would say definitely worth it still. You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Well, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Yep. Well, that is damned interesting, isn't it? Hologram? No. He's a machine. Oops, I'm gonna click on that. So what this does tell us is that every time that Monokuma was talking, someone had to be in direct control. And if someone had to be in direct control at all times, the only person who wasn't here, who we can't account for every single time a Monokuma popped up, is the 16th student, the one they keep trying to say is dead, but no. Definitely not dead. Hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma.
Huh?
What do you mean? What were you controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh.
Person controlling could not have been at a trial? Yep. 16th student, the supposedly dead one, who's not dead because I'm still maintaining that that's Junko's fucking body up there. Yep. Looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
Also, it means when we were on TV that one time, and he popped up, oh, the 3 students who never went to a trial? Well, Mukuro never went to a trial, Junko never survived to see a trial, and Sayaka was murdered before the first trial, thus resulting in a trial. Kyoko's theory was right.
But
If the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. If that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns, yeah. Same hint, again. Man, enough with the fucking flashbacks, seriously. And the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. So here's a question. If we assume for a moment that the 16th person is, spends most of the time up here, at some point they have to eat. And I hate that this is even a possibility. But if we assume they actually had to eat, then the best way to move around undetected, aside from potentially late at night, would be if they had a twin. And that would piss me off. And the twin would have to match one of the people who's still alive now. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. Can't say it isn't possible. I really hope it's not true. So, like, you wanna leave soon? There's still a lot of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? I'm curious about that hatch, though. If the hatch gives them basically a way to access the food places, the warehouse, stuff like that, that would help explain it. Can you use Monokuma to bring food? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. The dining room is actually off limits at night. I still want to know what the hell's down here. Why won't you let me? As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door, it just locked on its own. What? Hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Say because they have to still be able to do their job. Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. And that room,
Yep.
as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So, right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Amundo.
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Yeah, okay, the hatch is an access point.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
Yeah, not for lack of trying. No way. Hatch on the floor?
Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, the hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace.
Apparently it sounds like it won't open from the outside anyways. Which doesn't make sense, because then how the hell would you get into it if you're the person sitting in that room? But whatever.
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
huh?
Then, when I said we should leave... Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Bye-bye! So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. If the first words out of your mouth are shit, I'm gonna treat you like shit. Permaban. Immediate response. Seems like a reasonable response. There's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated
got it.
again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Nina took off at a full sprint. I have to do what I can too. It's the only way forward.